Richard, you're up.
You hear me again, Nick?
Yes, sir.
Hey, again, Richard Suchek, New York Center. Okay, let's go with this. On the topics of pay again, yesterday you had discussed that there are pools of money where things come from, and that I believe was appropriations is how the money gets to us. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the FAA says they need, was it roughly about 14,000 controllers?
Yes. The agents.
Yes.
I think we continue to say the number in the CRWG was 14,633.
I just needed a rough estimate. 14,000 is good enough for the math we're going to run here. So
Okay.
14,000. Is the FAA fully prepared to pay for 14,000 controllers?
Well, that was one of the reasons in opposition against it in FAA Finance was it was something ridiculous, Richard. When we sat at the table and talked to FAA Finance during the CRWG, they quoted something like a $10 billion projection of what it would cost. And we ran the math on it with our finance department and said, that would put our wages at $2 million each. Like, sign us up, we're in. But yes, they know it at that rate of growth that they have to be able to keep up with those wages through the F&E portion is what pays us, and what the government funds is the facilities and equipment budget of the FAA. That's where our salary.
So if the FAA is prepared to pay for 14,000 controllers and we only have about 11,000-ish?
Sorry, if I misled you. Prepared? I don't know. Have to appropriate? Yes.
Okay. Well, the CWRG is law now, correct? Am I wrong in this?
The CRWG is establishing the controller workforce plan by law. It is not law in of itself. It says that the controller workforce plan must be based off the CRWG as it goes.
Okay. But the FAA has decided that they need 14,000 controllers, though. That's more or less the takeaway, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So we're 3,000 controllers short, and the average salary, I believe Duffy has said, is $130,000 per controller per year, and that's just straight up money. That's not benefits. That's about $390 million a year that we're essentially letting the FAA get away with. They're getting $390 million worth of value out of the 11,000 of us that are left working because they have shorted us so badly. Are we pushing to say that, like, you have a pool of money, or at least you have a theoretical pool of money? I'm going to use that word specifically, a theoretical pool of money that you're willing to pay for this system to work, specifically air traffic controller salary. If we each got a piece of that, divided by 11,000 current controllers, that's $35,000 a year. Now, granted, I'm at a 12. $35,000 is a nice chunk of change, but it's not life-changing. But for someone who works at a level 5 that makes $70,000 a year, $35,000 is a lot of money.
So to answer your question directly, I love the idea and concept, but that isn't how they appropriate funds. They appropriate it based off of the number they have, the wages levels, and the facility pay levels, and what they project, with the room to change of some being downgraded, some being upgraded. They don't go in and say, we're giving you X funding for a fully staffed system. They give them the funding of the projected growth and what the current wages that exist under the contract today. So I would love that there was that extra pool money. That would be a great concept. It's just not reality.
All right. Well, I guess that's an answer. It's a good one, I guess.
Listen, I'll let you judge.
No, that's a good answer. I'm gonna give you that one. I'm not usually a big fan of your answers. I'll be honest with you. I think you obfuscate pretty often. I think that was a pretty straightforward answer.
Yeah. Well.